What were the biggest challenges you guys had of really complex migration of moving Epic to AWS?
So first and foremost, I think the biggest challenge was we were rather inexperienced with cloud solutions, but not having the skill set in-house. So I opted to use a partner, in this case Optimum, to help guide our team through the implementation. Optimum obviously being experienced with Epic as well as with AWS and knowing Baptist from prior experience, it definitely helped us as far as the journey, also as far as defining the prereqs, but also more importantly, the post-go live cutover and assisting to stabilize.
I think all of the above were some of the challenges, but I think staffing really is the biggest one is you need to invest into your staff, get them brought up to speed, get them mentored, and you can get there quickly. This journey could have taken us about 4 months, but it was extended to 6 as we were trying to integrate different components of our infrastructure. One area that you need to focus on is your network and how you integrate your network together. We had some legacy architecture that needs to be remediated in order for it to function at all our different locations and sites. And that is something that I think is important for you to understand as you go forward. The other thing you need to do is make sure that your staff understands that they can't compare what's happening in the cloud with your on-premise infrastructure. We paused for 3 weeks as we were looking at some latency issues, when in reality, we weren't getting the same performance as you would get on site, perhaps from a latency perspective. But when you looked at it overall, it didn't impact the end users. The good news is that we got greater overall performance as related to performance by over 20%. And Curtis, I think you had some other statistics you might want to share about performance.
Yeah, I mean, the two stats that I think were the most interesting was response rate, right, which is the speed at which the application responds to the user's request. We saw a 20% improvement there, but I think the one that stood out to me the most was a 60% exception rate improvement, which means that not only was it running faster, but it was consistently running faster and not exceeding the SLA thresholds of the application response. So those are very interesting stats that we learned along the way.